Welcome to the world of the eerie and unexplained, where secrets are buried deep beneath the surface of a mysterious nation. In this video, we'll explore the 10 most haunted places in North Korea, where chilling ghost stories, dark legends, and untold histories have left their mark. From abandoned military sites to eerie monuments, join us as we uncover the terrifying truths that lurk in these forbidden places. 1. Ryugyong Hotel, Pyongyang. The towering, unfinished Ryugyong Hotel looms over Pyongyang like a ghostly monolith. For decades, it has remained dark and lifeless, earning its infamous nickname, the Hotel of Doom. Construction began in 1987, but a series of financial and political crises left it incomplete, abandoned like a cursed relic of a forgotten era. Local whispers tell of eerie shadows moving behind the empty windows at night, even though no one is inside. Some say the spirits of workers who perished during its cursed construction still roam its desolate hallways. Those who have ventured close enough claim to hear distant echoes, faint whispers of voices speaking in an unknown tongue. Others report sudden drops in temperature, an oppressive heaviness in the air, as if unseen eyes are watching. The most terrifying legend surrounds the top floors, which remain sealed off from the world. Rumors suggest that something unnatural, was locked away, something that should never be disturbed. Though the government denies the existence of any hauntings, the eerie silence surrounding the hotel only fuels speculation. For over 30 years, the Ryugyong Hotel has stood as a ghostly reminder of North Korea's ambitions, an empty shell haunted by the past, waiting for its secrets to be revealed. 2. Kang Kon Military Academy, Nampo. Deep within the secluded training grounds of Kang Kon Military Academy, whispers of ghostly apparitions and terrifying encounters have spread among the cadets. Built on land that once saw brutal wartime executions, the academy carries an unsettling presence, one that even the bravest soldiers refuse to acknowledge. Cadets have reported hearing phantom footsteps echoing through the empty hallways at night, boots striking the floor with military precision. Shadows shift in the corners of their vision, vanishing the moment they turn to look. Some have even sworn they've seen a ghostly officer, dressed in an outdated uniform, silently watching them during drills before fading into thin air. One of the most chilling stories is about the marching spirits. On certain nights, when the academy is deathly silent, an eerie cadence fills the air, like an invisible battalion marching in perfect formation. Those who have tried to investigate claim to have been paralyzed with fear, unable to move as a freezing cold sensation grips their bodies. Senior officials dismiss the stories as mere superstitions, but the cadets know better. The spirits of forgotten soldiers, victims of war and betrayal, still roam the grounds, trapped in an eternal drill, marching toward an unknown fate. 3. Pyongyang Metro, Pyongyang. Beneath the bustling streets of Pyongyang lies one of the deepest subway systems in the world, an intricate labyrinth of tunnels shrouded in mystery. While the Pyongyang Metro serves as daily transport for civilians, many believe that something sinister lurks within its dimly lit corridors. Passengers have reported eerie whispers echoing through the empty stations, voices that seem to call their names from the darkness. Others claim to have seen shadowy figures standing at the far ends of the platforms, only for them to vanish when approached. Train conductors speak of an unexplainable phenomenon, where carriages sometimes stop at deserted stations that don't appear on any map, their doors opening to reveal an endless void. The most terrifying legend revolves around the ghost train. According to urban folklore, late at night, an old Soviet-era train with shattered windows and flickering lights is said to glide through the tunnels without a driver. Those unfortunate enough to board it never return, their souls forever trapped beneath the city. Despite the government's strict control over information, whispered tales of the haunted Pyongyang Metro continue to spread. Whether it's the spirits of wartime casualties or something far more ancient, one thing is certain. Once you descend into the depths of Pyongyang's underground, you may never truly be alone. 4. Mangyongdae, Revolutionary School, Pyongyang. Perched on the outskirts of Pyongyang, the Mangyongdae Revolutionary School stands as a prestigious institution, training the future elite of North Korea. However, behind its grand facade and patriotic teachings lies a much darker history, one whispered among students and guards who have dared to speak of the horrors within. It is said that the spirits of past students who perished under mysterious circumstances still roam the school's halls. At night, the sound of footsteps echoes through empty dormitories. Doors creak open on their own, and shadows dart across the corridors, vanishing into thin air. Some claim to have seen pale, expressionless children standing in the courtyard, their uniforms tattered, their eyes hollow. When approached, they simply fade into the darkness. The most chilling tale revolves around a particular classroom on the 3rd floor. Students report hearing faint whispers coming from inside, even when the room is locked and empty. Those brave enough to peek through the keyhole describe seeing a lone boy sitting at a desk, scribbling on a piece of paper. But when the door is opened, the room is completely deserted, except for the faint scent of ink and the chilling realization that someone, or something, is still there, waiting. Despite the school's official reputation, many believe that its walls conceal more than just political secrets. At Mangyongdae Revolutionary School, the past is never truly buried, and the dead never truly leave. 5. Victorious Fatherland, Liberation War Museum, Pyongyang. The Paro, Victorious Fatherland, Liberation War Museum, is meant to honor North Korea's triumphs, preserving relics of war and the sacrifices of fallen soldiers. But some believe the spirits of those who perished in battle never truly left. The halls of the museum, lined with artifacts soaked in blood and history, are said to carry an eerie presence, one that unsettles even the most skeptical visitors. Guards stationed at the museum have reported hearing the distant sound of marching boots when no one else is around, as if an invisible army still patrols the corridors. In the dimly lit rooms, displaying war relics, objects sometimes move on their own, and the hollow eyes of mannequins dressed in old military uniforms seem to follow visitors as they walk by. The most terrifying accounts come from those who have spent the night within the museum walls. Some have awoken to the chilling sound of muffled gunfire and agonized screams, only to find the museum in complete silence. Others claim to have seen shadowy figures in tattered uniforms, standing motionless in the exhibit halls, before vanishing into the darkness. Among the artifacts, there is one display that sends shivers down spines, a preserved war diary belonging to an unknown soldier. Visitors have reported seeing faint words appear on its pages overnight, as if someone is still writing from beyond the grave. Whatever lingers within the Victorious Fatherland Liberation War Museum, it serves as a haunting reminder that war never truly ends, and neither do the souls lost to it. 6. Sinchon Museum of American War Atrocities, Sinchon. The Sinchon Museum of American War Atrocities is meant to serve as a reminder of the brutal massacres committed during the Korean War. However, visitors and staff whisper that the spirits of those who perished in the bloodshed still haunt its halls, forever trapped in a cycle of terror and sorrow. At night, the air inside grows unbearably heavy, filled with an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional distant sobbing, though no one is there. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures moving through the exhibits, their outlines distorted, as if flickering between the past and present. Others report feeling an unseen force grip their wrists, as if pleading for help. The most terrifying stories come from the underground bunker, where prisoners were once kept. Visitors who enter alone sometimes hear desperate whispers in their ears, urging them to flee. Some have even claimed to see faint handprints appear on the dusty walls, only to vanish moments later. For those who believe, the Sinchon Museum of American War Atrocities is more than just a historical exhibit. It is a tomb for restless souls, forever reliving the horrors of their final moments. 7. Kumsusan, Palace of the Sun, Pyongyang. The Kumsusan, Palace of the Sun. The mausoleum of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il is a place of reverence and awe, but also one of eerie mystery. Visitors to this sacred site have reported strange sensations, as though they are being watched by unseen eyes. The air is unnervingly still, and many describe feeling an oppressive presence, as if the spirits of the former leaders never truly left. The palace's halls, adorned with grand statues and portraits, are often described as hauntingly silent, even when filled with people. Some claim to hear faint footsteps echoing in the vast corridors when no one else is nearby. Others report glimpses of shadowy figures at the periphery of their vision, always just out of sight. Most unsettling of all are the strange occurrences near the embalmed bodies of the former leaders. Visitors have felt an inexplicable coldness near the glass caskets, as though the warmth of life is still lingering within. A few claim to have witnessed flickering lights in the rooms, despite the palace's controlled environment. The Kumsusan Palace of the Sun stands as a monument to North Korea's leaders, but it may also serve as a home for the restless spirits who once held absolute power. 8. Yodok, Concentration Camp, South Hamgyong Province. The Yodok Concentration Camp is a place of unspeakable cruelty and suffering, and it is said that the souls of those who perished within its walls still linger. Situated in the harsh landscape of South Hamgyong Province, the camp was notorious for its inhumane treatment of prisoners. The very land seems soaked in despair, and those who dare to visit report unsettling sensations of being watched by unseen eyes. At night, the camp is said to be filled with the distant cries of the tormented souls who were forced to endure unimaginable suffering. The chilling sound of clanking chains echoes through the deserted grounds, accompanied by cold gusts of wind that feel like the brush of ghostly hands. Many visitors claim to have seen fleeting apparitions walking along the periphery of the camp, their faces gaunt and hollow, forever haunted by their tragic fate. Some have even reported feeling invisible hands push them away from certain areas, as if being guided away from something they were never meant to see. The Yodok concentration camp remains a grim reminder of North Korea's dark past, but for those who venture close enough, it also serves as a chilling reminder that some places, once steeped in sorrow, never truly let go of their past. 9. Bukchang concentration camp, South Pyongan Province. The Bukchang concentration camp is one of North Korea's most secretive and feared locations, a place where thousands of people were subjected to unimaginable cruelty. Today, the camp is abandoned, but its dark history continues to haunt the land. Visitors and locals alike report an overwhelming sense of dread when passing by the area, as if the very air is thick with the lingering spirits of the tortured. It is said that the screams of those who suffered in Bukchang still echo across the barren landscape, especially in the dead of night. The cries are faint, but unmistakable, soft and desperate, like whispers on the wind. People who have ventured close to the camp's perimeter have described feeling an invisible weight pressing down on them, as though they were being suffocated by the sorrow of the past. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures standing in the distance, barely visible against the desolate backdrop, staring back with hollow eyes. Others have reported seeing ghostly forms walking through the gates of the camp, their movements slow and deliberate, as if eternally trapped in their torment. The Bukchang concentration camp is not only a monument to a brutal regime, but also a place where the dead are believed to roam, lost souls trapped in an endless cycle of suffering, never able to find peace. 10. Chongjin, Old Theater. Chongjin, the Pham. Chongjin, Old Theater, stands as a crumbling relic of the past, a place where the boundaries between the living and the dead seem to blur. Once a grand venue for performances and celebrations, it is now abandoned, its once vibrant halls now steeped in decay. Locals whisper that the theater is cursed, haunted by the spirits of performers who met tragic fates, their souls trapped within the broken walls of the building. At night, the eerie silence of the theater is often broken by unsettling sounds, faint whispers, the clink of invisible footsteps, and the distant strains of music that seem to echo from the depths of the stage. Those brave enough to venture inside report feeling an overwhelming sense of unease, as though unseen eyes are watching their every move. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures darting through the broken seats, their forms flickering in and out of sight, never fully revealing themselves. Others speak of a woman in a tattered dress, standing motionless on the stage, staring into the void. She is said to be the ghost of a performer who tragically died during a show, her spirit forever bound to the theater. It is rumored that anyone who stares into her eyes will be cursed to experience a vision of their own death. The Chongjin Old Theater remains a place of mystery and terror, a haunting reminder of the lost souls who still perform their final act, unable to escape the dark past that lingers in the shadows. These haunted locations in North Korea are not just forgotten places. They are chilling reminders of the dark past that refuses to stay buried. If you're brave enough to delve deeper into the unknown, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more spine-tingling tales from around the world. Stay curious, stay haunted,